What is going on, world? What's up, everyone? It's Zero here. Today I'm bringing you guys a brand new Starcraft 2 video. This one was played at Blizzcon, which is of course the global finals of Starcraft 2. Spawning here in the bottom left hand corner of Blue Shift LE, playing with the red Terran pieces. He's very well known in the world of Starcraft 2 as a great Terran player. His name is HeRoMaRinE. And his opponent, spawning in the cross position, playing with the blue Protoss pieces. He's very well known and is a fan favorite amongst Protoss players alike. His name is sOs. So, guys and girls, this game and this series in particular is a best of 3 series that was played at BlizzCon 2018, of course, which is of, like I said, the global finals of Starcraft 2. And already, it looks like some mind games are going to be played here very, very early on. Does look like sOs is going to have to start scouting around the base here to see if there's, of course, a barracks in there. And the barracks is, so the barracks is a little bit out of position, maybe to throw off the Protoss player. Because a lot of these Terran players right now, at least in the StarCraft 2 pro scene, have selected to actually go for proxy barracks. It seems to be something very common now in StarCraft 2. So, you know, sOs probably came across thinking, oh, there's no barracks here, but actually it's hidden over here by HeRoMaRinE. But of course, sOs does see that. Does look like he's going to try to slow down that double refinery play if there was going to be a proxy barracks, which there is not, of course. So very nice. You know, some mind games already at the early stages here of this game. Does look like there's going to be, of course, the barracks into the refinery and then into the orbital command and probably into a natural command center, which is what we're going to be getting right now. Now, this SCV is moving across the map here. I wonder what this SCV is planning on doing here. Looks like he is going to try to possibly, no, doesn't look like he's going to try. I was going to say slow down the Protoss player with getting that natural Nexus out, but that Nexus is going to be going down here. Does look like our Protoss player is playing a relatively standard opener here. We've got, of course, the gateway into Cybernetics Core. And then, of course, you got 2 simulators and that natural Nexus. So relatively standard by both players so far in this game. Now, it does look like there is going to be a bunker going down here at this point in the game. I'm wondering, sOs is not attacking that SCV for one reason or another, and it does look like that bunker has gone down, and that Zealot is going to be shooed away very, very quickly. Now, there is an Adept now moving across the map here, probably going to just shade in, see if there's any kind of scouting information he can get. There's going to be a Widow Mine coming out of the factory. A Starport now is going down as well. And it does look like the Shade does come in, but is not going to be able to get into that main base location to see what's going on. So, kind of a standard opener here by HeRoMaRinE as well. So, we're going to, you know, it looks like both players are going to play somewhat of a macro-focused game. Twilight Council's going down for sOs at this point, and that Warp Gate is being researched as well. And we are going to see the robotics facility going down as well. So we're starting to see a little bit of what our Protoss player is planning on, the tech of choice here, we should say. Viking is going to be coming up here out of the Starport. So interesting decision making here by HeRoMaRinE, getting the Viking out. I wonder if he thinks there is going to be some sort of possibly Oracle play or Phoenix play at this point, but that does not seem to be the case. Blink is being researched right now out of the Twilight Council here for sOs. And like I said, guys, it looks like we're kind of setting ourselves up here for a pretty standard macro-focused game between these two. Now, it does look like there are going to be some units that are going to move into that natural expansion, try to get a couple of kills here. Nicely done enough, though. HeRoMaRinE is able to push this force back, at least for now. Did look like for a moment sOs could get a decent amount of value out of those units. But just like that, HeRoMaRinE is going to go ahead and take out that simulator here within the next minute or so. It does look like an engineering base going down, so it looks like HeRoMaRiNE's planning on getting those +1/+1 upgrades. Liberator's going to be coming out of the Starport now, and the natural, I should say, the third base for the Protoss players going down as well. We're going to get 2 forges going down here for SOS as well. So his +1/+1 ground-based unit upgrades are most likely what we're going to be seeing here at this stage in the game. Seeing as how he does not have a Stargate out, at least at this point, as of yet. Does look like, though, HeRoMaRinE is going to get some nice scouting information. You're going to see basically exactly what's going on in that main base location. And it now looks like HeRoMaRinE is starting to move towards that 3rd base location. Blink is going to be finishing up here in less than 10 seconds, so I wonder how that's going to kind of shape what happens here in this game. We are going to see these units are going to start moving. It looks like some of these Protoss units might be caught a little bit off their footing here. It does look like that siege tank is going to start moving back. And those Stalkers are probably going to make short work of a lot of this. And there we go. It does look like that siege tank is going to come in and try to get some kills on these Stalkers. The Stalkers are pretty much going to be dealt with pretty quickly. Widowmine is going to go ahead and burrow at that 3rd base location. And I think now, as all this has kind of been going down here, it does look like we are going to see HeRoMaRinE kind of go back home, at least for now. So both players are really giving each other quite a bit of respect right now. It does look like, you know, SOS is kind of planning on playing, you know, trying to really get completely saturated on 3 bases. He's going on with those +1/+1 upgrades right now. And it looks like the same can be said here for HeRoMaRinE, who's now getting those +1/+1 upgrades as well. But as of right now, guys, I mean, you got Stimpack being researched right now. Both players are kind of getting all their upgrades. But the longer this game goes, I'm going to be a little bit worried here for our Terran player, simply because of being on 3 bases is SOS. And now the Blink comes in up on to the high ground here. And now the question is this going to be worth it for SOS? Does not look like he is going to really engage too much. But he did get, the kill on that reactor, and that's going to have to be remade now. And these things don't seem like really big ordeals in the grand scheme of things, but they are when you talk about the highest level of play. Very important that you get those reactors down, those tech labs down if you're the Terran player. Does look like there is going to be the War Prism coming in. It looks like SOS is planning on pushing here. Charge is being researched right now as well, and it seems like we are going to see that War Prism is going to go right into the main base location here, dropping down some of those Zealots here. And I wonder if we're going to see a pretty big warp in here by the Protoss player. Does look like he's trying to hit from multiple angles at once here. That War Prism look like it will most likely go down. Maybe it just gets away. That Viking is going to try to intercept it, though, and I think that's exactly what it's going to be able to do. But there's a decent-sized army down here near where that 3rd base was going down, or I should say the 3rd command center. Infantry armor level 1 is finishing up here for our Terran player, and that 3rd base is going to be going down here relatively soon. But I gotta say, +2 is going to be starting now for the Protoss player out of the Forge, and there's a pretty scary army here. I mean, a lot of Zealots. When charge finishes, which is going to be in less than 10 seconds, I would assume he is going to go for somewhat of a push here, because there is a lot of units here that will be able to shred through a lot of these Terran units that are on the map. Now, some good Widowmine connections as well as some good Siege Tank connections can really turn the tide of battle here. But here we go. There's going to be a big engagement, most likely, coming near that natural base location of our Terran player. We're going to have to keep an eye on what our Protoss player decides to do here, because there is a decent amount of units here that is going to be threatening our Protoss, or our Terran player, and it looks like the charge is going to be coming in here. That siege tank is in a beautiful position right now. It looks like we are going to have HeRoMaRinE is going to start splitting his army somewhat, and he's going to try to get as much value as he possibly can, and he definitely got an incredible engagement. I would have to say that the best thing that definitely happened was that high ground vision of the siege tank. Beautiful positioning on that siege tank for, or I should say siege tanks, for HeRoMaRinE. It looks like SOS is going to continue the aggression here. His supply has completely plummeted, at least at this point in the game. But those Stalkers are going to try to do as much damage as possible with the ground weapons level 2 finishing up for our Protoss player. There is a lot of Stalkers still, but I gotta say there's a lot of units coming, moving forward here for the for our Terran player. This Protoss player is everywhere. That is sOs, is moving all over the map here, just causing absolute chaos here against HeRoMaRinE. So beautiful, I mean, really beautifully played by both of these players, I gotta say. Really liking how both these guys are playing it, but HeRoMaRinE definitely took most of those engagements against his opponent, I would have to say. We are going to start seeing some Immortals coming out right now by our Protoss player. And then, of course, you know, level 2 infantry weapons is finishing up, and there's a massive force. Look at all this red moving across the map here, going after that third base location of the Protoss player. A little bit of some good micro could really help, but there is going to be a surround here by sOs. He's trying to catch this Terran player off guard somewhat, going right after those medevacs and trying to take out this army as he can. Beautiful play here by both of these players, so evenly matched. The beautiful blink here by all those Stalkers just chasing down this army. Composition of the Terran player does not want to overextend though. Does look like those Immortals are definitely going to be so helpful against this Terran-based unit composition. Absolutely beautiful play there by sOs. Getting the surround on a bunch of these Terran units. I think those siege tanks would have helped out a lot in that engagement, as well as the Liberators. And now with the 4th Nexus going down here by sOs, this could become a very scary force to deal with the economy of sOs. His economy is going to be absolutely terrifying here shortly. He is going to, looks like he is going to go for an attack against his opponent. He does see that there is a very small amount of units down here moving towards that third base location. Once again, going after those medevacs. Beautiful blink there by those Stalkers, getting so much value out of them at this point in the game. And I mean, really, when you think about it, here sOs, his supply had plummeted so much, but he's really been kind of pulling his way back into this game. Concussive shells is being researched right now, and we are starting to see some ghosts come out of the barracks here for HeRoMaRinE. I like that decision making a lot. I think that's going to be really helpful as we move into close to the 13-minute mark of this game. Does look like there's going to be a Liberator that's going to land here and is going to have free range of a lot of these units. Does not want to lose that Liberator though over there for free. Does look like both players are kind of trying to keep each other on their toes, and a 5th Nexus is going down, and pretty soon we are going to see a massive force coming in here for sOs. He's just got like a very scary force of units that are fully upgraded. And here we go. They're going to jump right on top of all of those siege tanks. And here we go. Those Immortals are doing so much value to all these units. Now, beautiful Widowmine hits on a lot of those units there. And it does look like, once again, HeRoMaRinE may have got that engagement, at least at that point. He is going to chase down this army of sOs. And wow, guys, what a back and forth battle between these two players. And there we go. The Liberators are kind of caught a little bit off guard, as well as those Widow Mines. sOs is just slowly trying to get back into this game, and he's very near, you know, similar supply counts as HeRoMaRinE at this point. And his economy is booming compared to HeRoMaRinE. HeRoMaRinE is stuck on 3 bases. And once again, you know, sOs is just trying to keep that Terran player at home for as long as possible, as 5 bases are going to be coming in here for the Protoss player. Just absolutely, this is textbook play by an incredible Protoss player. Now, the question is here comes the massive amount of HeRoMaRinE's army. I think he's had enough at this point in the game. Those Liberators are going to create a lot of value here, and it does look like those SCVs are moving a little bit kind of forward here. Beautiful force fields there by the Protoss player. Those Liberators are going to start really chipping away at a lot of this army composition. The question is who's got the advantage right now? It's hard to tell. It looks like HeRoMaRiNE's supply is starting to plummet even quicker than SOS's. This is such a tight engagement. This could be the game right here and right now. I think SOS just has a little bit too much against his opponent, and those SCVs are being pulled now to deal with all of these Stalkers. It does not look like that's going to happen, and a beautiful kill there, though, by our Terran player, taking out that War Prism, and now he's going to push forward. He's going to continue moving forward against his opponent. I don't know if this is possibly an overextension here by our Terran player, but is it? It does look like HeRoMaRiNE somehow, some way is still in this match right now. What an insane match so far, guys, between these two players. Both players are playing absolutely out of their minds right now. Now, some of the reinforcements are getting picked up for practically free against our Terran player. Both supplies are plummeting at this point. And just like that, SOS is trying to jump on this army and trying to end it right here and right now. But it looks like possibly HeRoMaRiNE still may just be in this game. I think he's in this game still, guys. Even after all that, his supply was plummeting, but both players were trading blows there. Wow. What an intense TvP so far. That was a very, that was a game, you know, that could have been game right there by either one of these players. Either one of them could have taken the substantial advantage. You know, HeRoMaRiNE had an opportunity there, and then it felt like SOS could have finished the game. Wow. What a, we're moving into nearing the 17-minute mark, and these two players are just trading blows with one another at this point in the game. I gotta say, it's these are the types of games that are just, you know, really exciting to watch because of just how intense they are. Now, a couple of ghosts are almost going to get picked up for almost free there by those Stalkers, and this is what SOS does so well. Picking off players slowly but surely is really what he does, trying to get as much value out of, you know, minimal units as possible. HeRoMaRiNE is not out of this thing just yet, but the absolute economy of SOS is just terrifying. He has, you know, all of these bases, so 5 bases versus that of, you know, HeRoMaRiNE just getting on 4 bases. This is going to be a very scary push. Now, if HeRoMaRiNE can hold here, this could be a this could still be a game here, but it does look like a massive warp-in is coming, and they are going right after that 3rd base location. All of these charged zealots, as well as these Stalkers and Immortals, are moving in, and I don't know if HeRoMaRiNE can hold on much longer, or can he somehow, some way, he's still holding on with a bunch of ghosts as well as Marines, and I think that might just be all she wrote, because SOS broke the line, and GG is called, and SOS takes this game and leads the series 1-0 against his opponent. I hope you guys did enjoy this game between HeRoMaRiNE and SOS, and if you guys did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for news, stay positive, and as always, I will see you guys all in the next one. Peace.